our top focus in Eldoret, the county of Uasin Gishu, where we are crossing live to listen in at the events as the country marks 10 years of devolution.
We are in the last day of this year's Devolution Conference in Uasin Gishu County. And of course, my colleague, if he can just pan inside, you'll see that the number of those attending today's sessions has drastically reduced. And that tells you something, that we are just about to close. We are reliably informed that the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, is already within the precincts of Eldoret Sports Club. He is the guest of honor who will be closing this year's Devolution Conference today at around 2 p.m. this afternoon. But Irene, I will tell you that the number of issues that have been discussed since Tuesday, when the President officially opened this year's Devolution Conference, and of course they have related into the success they've had, the hits and misses they've had over the last 10 years, where they can actually strengthen to ensure that indeed devolution reaches its intended targets, and of course achieves its effects on the populace. And of course some of the issues they have greatly discussed has been the issue of expansion of own revenue base from the county governments, and of course the debate eliciting varied reaction, and not least from the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga yesterday, who did advise that even as they go about ensuring that they can actually expand their own revenue base, then they must be careful enough not to increase taxes, but of course look into ways that will ensure that indeed they can actually create employment at the grassroots level, but also ensure that the employment activities they will be generating or they'll be initiating at the county level will be one that will be a labor-intensive focus, so that then there can be liquidity in the pockets of people at the grassroots level. Today, as we hear, what is actually being discussed is affirmative actions at the county level, so that then there is need for, first of all, just drawing experience from the implementation of the Affirmative Action Fund, popularly known as the Women Fund, and how they can actually ensure that women and girls and youth at the county level can actually be actively involved in running of the county governments, but also, more importantly, also have a stake in terms of ensuring that they are not left behind, that the policies and any framework that will actually be put in place will ensure that the youth and women are also part and parcel of the group that will greatly benefit from such policies and framework. Of course, we will be the other issue that has actually been discussed has been the issue of digitalization of services at the county level, and of course this goes in tandem with what is happening at the national level. The speakers, of course, are insisting that for counties to actually generate enough revenue, but also ensure that services can actually reach the intended populace, then those services must be automated in a manner that will ensure that services can actually be tracked and they can actually be accessed online. Today, the Deputy Governor Rigathi Gachagua will be speaking, and of course we'll be keeping a keen eye on exactly what he'll be saying, so that then we can actually brief our listeners and viewers in our subsequent bulletin. But as of now, I will take it back to you, Irene Chuma, as we continue to wait for Deputy President, who is expected to arrive here anytime from now.